For the last couple of weeks, I have been testing out the iLife A11 2-in-1 robot vacuum and mop. I put it through a lot of different tests so that you don't have to, so you can make an informed buying decision. Let's go ahead and jump right into my review of the iLife A11. As a series where we talk about tech that is going to enhance and make your life easier, robot vacuums and mops are towards the very top of that list. If you're curious how much dirt and debris I have in my house and what this robot was put up against, I have a super shedding German Shepherd, a German short-haired pointer, a cat, and a husband. So if you think you've got dirt and debris, I've definitely got it too. Let's jump right into performance. Remember, this is a 2-in-1 machine, so it is a robot vacuum and a robot mop. Let's go ahead and talk about the vacuum first. There are 3 vacuuming settings, auto, max, and quiet. This vacuum also has an edge mode, a spot cleaning mode, and just a general cleaning mode. It has a LiDAR technology, so the vacuum does a really nice job going up and down in rows, making sure that it is getting all of the dirt. Sometimes I just wanted to run edge mode, which exactly how it sounds. It goes along the edge of your house, the edge of your furniture, and does a really nice job. That's where so much of my hair and debris picks up. And so sometimes I would just run a quick edge mode and it made a really big difference. And then spot mode, it starts in a small circle and eventually widens out. So the first 2 weeks that I ran this robot, it did a really nice job. I was very impressed with the LiDAR technology. It very quickly learned my house and kind of the floor layout so that it was going back and forth as it needed to. But then for some reason, it began fixating on my living room rug. And no matter what I did, this robot wanted to clean my living room rug every chance it got. I did have it on the global cleaning setting. No matter where it started, it would take itself right over to the rug. I don't know what the issue was. I would pick up the robot and I would locate it to a different part of my house and it would immediately drive itself right back over to the rug. To see if this was any type of issue that was my fault and not the vacuum's fault, I took it over to my parents' house and had them run it for a week, and they had no such issues that I had. So I don't know what that hang up was there. It was a little bit frustrating. I brought it back to my house. I reset the map, did everything differently, kind of started everything back over, and it still wanted to fixate on my rug. Before this issue, it was doing a really nice job cleaning my floors, and the global cleaning did a fantastic job with its suction power. When I found out that the iLife A11 is a 2-in-1 machine, meaning that I only had one machine that could vacuum and mop with just the swap of a couple of parts, I was ecstatic. I had really high expectations for this, and maybe some of that is my fault, but I was a little bit disappointed with this. It does use the LiDAR technology when it mops, so it still goes up and down in those really nice pattern rows. But when it was mopping, as you can see, it would only get wet on the pad, the left and right. It missed the center. So every time it was going up and down, it was leaving streaks. So my floor wasn't getting totally clean. Like I said, that was a bit disappointing for me. If iLife would make a few tweaks and make it to where the entire pad is cleaning, I think that this is going to be a very remarkable robot vacuum and mop, especially at this price point. Moving on to the suction power of the vacuum, I put this thing through a lot of tests with the dogs and the cat. I have dog hair, dog food, cat litter. Human food gets spilled a lot. The floors, take a really general beating, as I think they do in most homes. And this thing did a really nice job picking up its messes. Anything that it went over, it picked it up. The suction power was really good. I was very impressed with that overall. The mobility of the machine, with that LiDAR technology, it doesn't really run into anything. It does a fantastic job of sensing walls, sensing pieces of furniture. It very closely glides next to the edge without actually running into it. And then the mobility in general, it did not have any type of issue going from tile to carpet, tile to rugs, or from laminate to carpet or laminate to rugs. This does a really nice job. It has some really big wheels on the bottom of it, and it did a really good job climbing over things and getting to where it needed to be without ever getting stuck, which is huge. I really love that I could trust this machine to just go about and clean and it would get its job done. I wouldn't find it stuck dead in a corner somewhere. The iLife A11 comes with app accessibility. You can use the iLife Vac Global app. Truth be told, I was never able to connect to the app. I couldn't get in for whatever reason, but this vacuum does come with a remote control, which I found incredibly useful. It has all of the different buttons on there that you would need that goes along with the app, so you don't even have to use your phone. I really liked that portion of this, and I thought that was incredibly useful. So bottom line for the iLife A11 2-in-1 robot vacuum and mop, the vacuum did a really nice job. I was very impressed with it. The mop was disappointing. I am not sure I would spend the money to get a 2-in-1 machine if the mop portion was not going to hold up to its end of the deal. So as always, I have a link to the written review down below for a little bit more detail. And then I have a link to this device as well. If you've used the iLife A11 or maybe a different variation of an iLife, please leave us a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to stick with ZDNet for all things tech.